Good morning, Red Arrow, and happy Friday. Let's see what's cooking in the kitchen for lunch today.
For lunch today, we are having stuffed breadsticks with marinara sauce, broccoli, summer squash, applesauce cups, and your choice of milk. It's May 19th, and we want to wish a happy birthday to Sherilyn Lopez. And this weekend on May 20th, happy birthday to Mrs. Reeves. And on Sunday, May 21st, happy birthday to Mrs. Larson. We hope you have a wonderful birthday, and don't forget to stop by the office for your birthday pencil.
Just a very few announcements. Today is Popcorn Friday, so make sure you tell Mrs. Sheffy thank you when you see her for making such yummy popcorn today. Mrs. Babb is out today, but Mrs. Robelace is here again, and I know that Mrs. Hall will be helping her on occasion, so just a heads up, if you see Mrs. Hall up in the office or not in her computer lab, that's probably where she's at, is helping Mrs. Robelace out. And let's see here. Mrs. Sumners is also out today, so Mrs. Williams is helping out in the library, and Mrs. Cowgill is here to help out for Mrs. Williams. Whew, that's a lot of things to keep track of, people moving all over the place. For the culture team, we have a 7 a.m., you have a 7 a.m. meeting on Monday. I put that in This Week at Red Arrow, but in case you overlooked that. 7 a.m. Monday, culture team meeting. Should be getting near the end of those, I hope. I get to see him after all of you do, so I'm sure it'll be exciting. Last night at the school board meeting, I was given a shout-out to share, and so this is from Mr. Bannock, Mr. Vaughter, and Mr. Hubbard, and this is to Miss Marnie and her kindergartners. They were bragging about how wonderful you guys did with your poem of reciting Donald the Dreadful Dragon, and the way students were able to act and make it fun, and Miss Marnie's ability to recite the poem from memory to the completion and without any notes or helps. And so they wanted to make sure I told you that all of you did a great job, and I told them I would take care of that. So there you go. There's your shout out from the school board. I don't think there's anything else I need to worry. I'm looking around and see. So let's go ahead and go check in with our video vault for today.
And here's another riddle from the 1 + 1 = 5 book. Yesterday, if you thought yesterday was tricky, I think today's even trickier. So, today's question is 1 + 1 = 5. So, what could go together to equal 5? Now, this one is super tricky, so I want to give you a couple of hints. I thought these were trash cans at first because I'm a boy and I don't always know what I'm looking at sometimes, I think. These are like playpens or what do they call those things? Pack and plays. So these are things that babies can play in. That might be a little bit of a hint. 1 + 1 = 5. And it's nothing to do with eyes, because you can see some eyes peeking over the top here and you might start thinking, ooh, eyes. But it does have something to do with who might be in these two playpens or pack and plays. 1 + 1 = 5. I'm going to give you 6 seconds today because this one's tricky. One plus 1 = 5. How does that happen? When you have one set of triplets and one set of twins, you have 5 babies. So triplets are 3 babies that may look alike. They don't always look alike, but they may look alike. And twins, we've got some twins in our building. Some of the twins look alike. Some of the twins don't look alike, but they're born at the same time. So they have the same birthday, just like the triplets do. So one set of triplets are 3 babies. One set of twins are 2 babies, and 3 + 2 = 5. Whew! If you figured that one out, you are smarter than me, for sure.
Hope you enjoyed that riddle and were able to solve it maybe. I'll be walking around, so if you solved it, let me know today when you see me. Before we go into our next phase of announcements, I have a photo that was sent to me, and the person who sent it to me said this was bought and put in to be a bird feeder, but there seems to be some confusion by nature that if it's really a bird feeder or is it something else. Take a look and see what you think. So what do you think? Is it a bird feeder or is it a raccoon feeder? Thank you, Mrs. Hall, for submitting that picture, and that's out of Mrs. Weber's backyard. She had that pole put in for Mother's Day because she wanted to feed birds and all those things. And I don't think she told the raccoons that she wanted to feed the birds, and so they're confused. That's what happens sometimes in nature, isn't it? At this time, would you please stand for the pledge?
From Miss Marnie's class to help us with the pledge, we have
Abby Studica. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, pledge helpers. That was a great job. And que tengas un bien día, alumnos.